So now open your book and write down the new title. In the last session, or from first session to last session, we have discussed the theoretical part of Unit 1, and that is all about uh, meaning of finance, meaning of management, meaning of financial management, types of finance, objectives of financial management, and scope of financial management or decisions that we are taking in the financial management. And then after financial management and other disciplines. Okay. And lastly, we have discussed the role of finance manager, duties of finance manager. I have asked you to same. You have explained the few points, and remaining points I have discussed. Traditionally, we have only two functions, two roles: acquire the money and utilize the money. But nowadays, he need to perform, or she need to perform, so many roles. So up to this, all the theoretical points. Now today we will go for the practical aspect of Unit 1. So write down the title, and the title is Time Value of Money. Time Value of Money. Title done. Shortly we known as TVM. Time Value of Money. Shortly it's known as TVM. Maybe the question asked in MCQ or 1 mark question. Write down the full form of TVM. You need to write a time value of money. Okay. Or else, some of authors said time preference for money. Time preference for money. Title done. Okay. Now I have one question for all of you. Before going for the further discussion about the time value of money. Suppose I give you a true option. I give you 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh rupees right now, okay, as on 22nd July 2021. Option number one. And I promise you, okay, or I will give you 12 lakh rupees after completion of your graduation. It means after 2 years. So in 2023. Now I want your answer, your preference, which amount you will prefer. 10 lakh rupees right now or 12 lakh rupees after 2 years. Option 1 or option 2. If you are saying option 1, it means somehow we have discussed this point in a class. Okay. Okay. Just tell me, we have discussed the purchase of pen with rupees 10. That example we have discussed in a class. Okay. So it months. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you are aware with the time value of money. So without wasting of further time, so all of you are preferring the 10 lakh rupees right now because you know that after 2 years, if you will get 12 lakh rupees, these 12 lakh rupees are more valuable than the 10 lakh rupees that you will get right now. Okay, so that is called as a time value of money. Let me go for the next content. Now, see, these are the short forms that we are using while doing the practical question. PV stand for present value, FV stand for future value, R stand for rate of interest, and stand for number of years, P stand for principal amount, NPV stand for net present value, and CT stand for cash flow. Please remember these short names. We need this all the short names in practical question. Okay. So the time value of money implies that the value of the money depend upon time, when it will or when it is received. If you receive today, it's having different value. If you receive after 2 years, it's having different value. The simple concept of time value money is said that the value of money received today is more than value the same amount of money you will receive after certain period. Okay, if you receive the same amount 10 lakh rupees after 2 years, and if you receive the 10 lakh rupees right now, 10 lakh rupees right now is more valuable than 10 lakh rupees after 2 years, because we know due to some reasons value of the money will decline as a time passes. So that's why money receivable in a future is not valuable as we will receive or we receive value in the same day or today. So this is our time value of money. Shortly, if I say it, time value of money means value of money depend upon the time. As a time gone, as a time passed, value of the money will decline, will decrease. That's why the today rupees is more valuable than the future rupees. Okay, are we clear about this one? Now, which are the reason why there is a time value of money? Due to inflation, okay, due to preference for current consumption, risk, investment opportunities, and other reasons are there. Now, our main part for the second part of first unit, time value of money. We have two different values. We have two different parameters to measure the time value of money: future value and present value. Future value and present value. Let's try to understand the future value. Future value shows how much some money becomes at some future period. Okay, let's me take an example. Suppose you have invested 20,000 rupees in a bank, 20,000 rupees in a bank as a FD, and bank will provide 10% interest on your FD. So can you tell me, after 1 year, which amount you will get after 1 year? 20,000 is your FD amount. Bank will provide a 10% interest. So after 1 year, which amount you will get? बाकी सब okay, 22,000. So okay, after 2 years, which amount you will get? Wow. Hello, are you there, all of you? I'm not getting any response, any reply. Okay, then how much you will get after 2 years? If you invested 20,000 rupees in a bank FD, first year you will get 22,000. So in the second year you will get 24,200, right? 24,200. So we can say that the future value of 20,000 rupees after 2 years at a 10% interest rate is 24,200 rupees. So this 24,200 is considered as future value of 20,000 rupees. And for calculating the future value, we always used compounding interest. We always applied compounding interest. So the future value is depend upon the rate of compounding interest, and that's why some authors known as compounded value or compound value, future value or else compound value. Why? Because in a principal amount we have added the compounding interest. So now the future value concept is clear, everyone? Now next term, present value. The present value is exact opposite to future value. Here, present value means value is today of some future sum of money. If somebody said you that in 2025 you will get 10 lakh rupees. So what will the value of that 10 lakh rupees that you will receive in 2025 right now? What will be the value of 10 lakh rupees that you are going to receive in 2025 right now, today? What is the value of that 10 lakh rupees that you will receive in 2025? That value is known as present value. If somebody said in next 5 years I will give you this amount, so what will be the value of that particular amount right now? अगर मैं आपको बोलता हूं कि मैं 3 साल के बाद आपको 3 लाख रुपीस दूंगा, तो 3 लाख रुपीस की अभी वैल्यू क्या है? That called as a present value. Okay, and please remember, present value is always less or always lower than the future value, or else you may remember like this: the future value is always more than the present value. And for calculating the present value, we are using discounting rate. We are using discounting rate. That's why sometimes it is also known as discounted value. It is also known as discounted value. So again, I repeat the present value and future value. Future value means a value of money that you will receive in the future. Present value means whatever amount you will receive in the future, value of that amount right now. For calculating future value, we use compounding interest. For calculating present value, we use discounting rate. Future value is always more than the present value, and present value is always less than the future value. Future value is also known as compounded value. Present value is also known as discounted value. These two terms are clear, everyone? Because our entire practical questions are depend upon these two terms. Good. So, simple interest and compounded interest, I think so all of you are from the commerce background, so no need to explain this. Simple interest means interest calculated only on original amount, principal amount. And compounded interest means interest calculated on original amount as well as on interest of last year or last period. Cash flow, two types of cash flows are there, positive and negative. Positive means cash inflow. If the cash comes in the business, then it is called as positive. If the cash goes out from the business, it is called as a cash outflow or negative cash inflow. Now the important part for all of you, the methods and techniques of time value of money. Note down the main title and write down the first technique. We go for the practical question of first technique. For this, we have to make a cash flow statement. No, yes, not needed. In financial management, we are not going to prepare any statement, specifically cash flow statement. Maybe I come to you. So write down the main title. Okay, write down the first method, future value of a single amount. If the present value is less than the future value, then why you say it to choose 10 lakh rupees right now instead of 12 lakh rupees in the future. See, present value is always less than the future value. It is not in that sense. Okay. Here, present value. Uh, Let me take one more example. Neville, see, my dear, here 10 lakh rupees means whatever I can purchase with that 10 lakh rupees, it may possible that after 2 years, even though within a 12 lakh rupees, I am not able to purchase the same product or the same service. Are you getting my point? Yes, my dear. Okay. In 10 lakh rupees, right now I can purchase five different goods. But it may happen that I can't purchase that five goods after 2 years with 12 lakh rupees. So that's why for a consumption purpose, we always prefer a current consumption and inflation that is there. I mean, two reasons are there. That's why we prepare a today money instead of future money. Now clear, dear? Okay. Now I have one more example for you to explain the future value of single amount. Now read this slide and write your answer in a chat box. Suppose your father gave you a 10,000 rupees on your 18th birthday. You deposited this amount to a bank at 10% rate of interest for 1 year. How much future sum would you receive after 1 year? After 1 year, which amount you will receive? If you have invested or if you have deposited 10,000 rupees in a bank at a 10% interest rate, which amount you will get after 1 year? Okay, 11,000. After 2 years, after 2 years, Parth, you are wrong. Yes, you are again wrong. Bank always use compounding interest. Bank always use compounded interest. So if you are calculating simple interest, your answers are wrong. Yes, Neville said 12,100. So the right answer for the second year is 12,100. Okay, can you tell me the amount for the third year? Amount for the third year? Okay. Which amount you will get at the end of the fourth year? Okay. Now my last question based on this slide. Which amount you will get after 20 years? Which amount you will get after 20 years? Now it's difficult to calculate or it's a time consuming process. If we go for the manual calculation then, okay, somehow it is not that much of difficult to calculate, but it's time consuming. Yes, okay. So instead of doing a manual calculation, we have a one formula. Okay. Now see the formula. Formula is FVN. FV stand for future value, N stand for number of years, is equal to P. P stand for principal amount. In a bracket, 1 plus R. R stand for rate of interest raised to N. Okay, please note down this uh, formula in your book and also take a screenshot. Once you done it, let me know so I can go for the first practical question. Done? Okay. For a practical question and solution, we will use a Google Sheet. Okay. And I will share the same sheet to you in a Google Classroom by tomorrow or by end of the day. So just 1 second. Now this is a Google Sheet for all of you. Are you ready for the first practical question? Okay. So this is your first practical question. A. Mr. A deposited rupees 10,000 in a fixed deposit at a 5% in compounding interest, okay, annually for a 3 years. How much total amount he will get at the end of 3 years? This is the question, and we want a final solution. Okay. So first, we try to solve this practical question with the help of manual calculation with the help of table, and you may note down the time. It's right now 2:25. Okay. Now we are starting the solution. The first year. First year. Amount is, here we have year, here we have amount, next we have interest, and lastly we have total amount. We are interested in total amount. Okay. So in a first year, Mr. A deposited 10,000 rupees. Now can you tell me the interest for the first year? 5% of 10,000? 500. Okay. So at the end of the year, A will get 10,500 rupees. Now, second year, in the second year, amount we have 10,500. Can you tell me the amount for the second year? Interest for the second year, sorry. And that is 525. Now, amount for the third year, sorry, for the second year, at the end of the second year, 11,025. Now we move for the third year, and in the third year, amount we have 11,025. Can you tell me the interest? And the interest is 551.25. Let's do the total. You will get the answer, because we want the amount at the end of the third year. Which amount you will get at the end of the third year? 11,576.25. See, it's required 2 minutes. Okay, so see, for the completing the calculation only for 3 years, we require 2 minutes. If we have 6 years, it means we need 4 minutes. If we have 12 years, it means it's required 8 minutes. Are you getting my point? Now we use a formula to solve this practical question instead of this table. Now the formula, it is for a first time, so I am writing here FVN is equal to P in a bracket 1 plus R bracket over raised to N. See, this formula is very simple. Okay, P in bracket 1 plus R raised to N. Now put the values. Here P means principal amount, 10,000. You may note down the time. It's 2:28. In a bracket, 1 plus R. R means interest rate. 5 divided by 100. Bracket over. Raised to number of years 3. So 10,000. First we work on a bracket. 1 plus 5 divided by 100. 0.05. Bracket over. Raised to 3. 10,000 in a bracket 1.05 bracket over raised to 3. Now can you help me to get this amount? 1.05 raised to 3, how many? How many? 1.05 into 1.05 into 1.05. No, wrong. Yes. Neville, you are right. Okay. 1.157625. Your answer is like this. Now if you multiply with this, you will get the same answer, 11,576.25. Now see the time, within a 1 minute we have done this question with the help of formula. Now in respective of number of years, it may have 3 years, it may have 5 years, it may have 20 years, it will hardly take 2 minutes to solve the question. Are we clear, everyone? Okay, any doubt, any query up to this? Okay, moving ahead for a second practical question. like a KBC और ये रहा दूसरा क्वेश्चन आपकी स्क्रीन. Okay, now directly we are putting the formula and try to find out the values that we required for a formula. Okay, Mr. B deposited 1000 in a fixed deposit at 12% interest rate for 8 years. Now you are required to get the amount, or you are required to calculate the amount that B will get after 8 years. So now, can you tell me the principal amount? How many rupees? Instead of P, I need to write 1000. Okay, P is equal to 1000. In a bracket, 1 plus R. R means 12 divided by 100 raised to N. N means number of years. How many years? 8 years. So the 1000 in a bracket 1 plus 0.12 raised to 8. 1000 in a bracket 1.12 raised to 8. Now can you tell me the final amount? 1.12 raised to 8. 1.12 raised to 8. Dhruv, my dear, please use all the digits. 9, 6, then after we have some digits. I know. (1.12 raised to 8). How many? So it's yes, I know. The final amount, okay, by multiplying 1.12 for 8 times, you will get this answer. 2.47 596318. If you multiply this amount with the 1,000 rupees, you will get 2,475.96318. By default, I have set 2 digits, so it will take only 2 digits. The answer is look like this. Okay, are you ready for the third question? तो ये रहा आपकी स्क्रीन पे क्वेश्चन 3. You have only 1 minute to solve this question. Put the formula, find out the value. And those are not able to do this right now, for them it's a homework. So time start now. Come on. Already 1 minute gone. Okay, who said 3,478.55? What about others? Twelve. The answer must be 3,896 rupees. Answer must be 3,896 rupees. Ignoring the points. Ignoring the points. The final answer is 3,896. Okay. Now we move for the fourth practical question, and I will show you one more shortcut to get the quick answer. Look at the question number 4. Note down the 3 things: principal amount, rate of interest, and number of years. Principal amount 80,000, rate of interest 9%, and number of years are 10. Are you with me? Hello, are you with me? Quickly. Yes. So up to this, the main time consuming process is to solve this bracket. Am I right? It is so easy as compared to the manual calculation. Okay, it's so easy as compared to manual calculation, but this process to 1 plus r raised to n, this entire process is somehow time consuming process. So if we have some shortcut, okay, let me share that shortcut. If we have that shortcut, then it's so easy to get the idea or get the amount within a few seconds. Within a few seconds. Up to this, we required 1 minute, 2 minutes to get the answer. But now you see here, this table is visible to you. This table is visible to you, everyone? Now, okay. Now remember, how many years? In a question number 4, how many years? I have told you to remember the numbers. How many years? 10 years. Okay. So go to the first column. Go to the first column. First, second, third, and here is we have 10 years. Okay. In the 10th column we have 10. Okay. At which percent or what is the interest rate of interest? 9%. Okay. So go to the 9th%. Here is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and here we have 9%. Just note down the figure. 2.3674. 2.3674. If we multiply this amount 2.3674 with the principal amount, without using, we will get the same answer. If you do this multiplication, you will get some answer. Okay, and now you check your answer as per the formula. You will get the same answer except the points. Are you getting the same answer? Yes. If you use this table, it will take only seconds. Just you need to find कितना टाइम लगेगा, कितना टाइम यहाँ से देखना है कितने years है और यहाँ पे देखना है कितने percentage. That's all. देख लिया, आंसर मिल गया. Multiply with the principal amount, you will get the final answer. So within a few seconds, your answer is ready. Okay. And one more thing. Maybe you ask before that. I will explain to you. This table I will upload in a Google Classroom. Okay, and you are allowed to use this table in a mid examination, in a final examination, in a mid 2 examination. Okay. So whenever I upload it in Google Classroom, take a printout and carry with you. Generally, university will provide this table. Okay, don't worry, your university will provide. But what happens is sometimes, due to some miscommunications, there is some lacking of copies or something else. But we can't depend upon the university. If we have this soft copy, we can bring the hard copy. If the examiner allowed, we can go ahead with this hard copy. If examination said no, you are not supposed to allow to carry any document, then you directly ask, please provide this table. We need this table for a practical question. Either you provide or allowed us to bring with us. Are we clear? But यहाँ पे सिर्फ टेबल ही होना चाहिए, उसमें दूसरा कोई मटेरियल एडेड नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay. So now I am not wasting more time to explain this table. Now we are moving for the next one, and the next one is question number 5. Question 2, 3, 4. 4 we have discussed with the help of table. Okay, so help of FV table. तो मैंने टेबल आपको दिखाया, उसको कहते हैं फ्यूचर वैल्यू टेबल. Future value or present value table. Now the question number 5. The question number 5 is homework for you. You need to solve at your place, at your home. And in the next class, if any variation or if any doubt is there, then we go for the question number 5. Now for today, last question from my side. Okay, question number 6 is again same. Now I will share the question number 7, and you need to tell me what should I do for a question number 7. You are my teacher, I am your student. Read this question and tell me what should I need to do. is the same as we have discussed in a 1, 2, 3, 4, or is there any change? What sum of money invested at a 5% per annum interest for a 5 years will amount of rupees 10,000. Okay, you are right. Something different is there. Some changes are there. Yes. Now, can you tell me which figure we need to find out here? Okay, we need to find the amount it invested through principal amount is right, but your spelling is not right. Sorry, spelling is not principal. Okay, amount invested. So we need to find here a P. P is missing. F1, FV is given to you, N is given to you, R is given to you. So you need to find the P. So put the formulas here and put the values here. FVN, future value. What is the question? If I invest, okay, if somebody invest for a 5 years at a 5% interest, so after a 5 years, he or she will get 10,000 rupees. So here FVN, okay, future value after 5 years is 10,000 rupees. So 10,000 rupees is equal to P. P is missing. In a bracket 1 plus r means rate of interest 5 divided by 100 bracket over raised to n means number of years 5. So 10,000 is equal to p remains same, work on a bracket 1.05. I'm not going for that much of details, okay, because you know that how we can bring this directly. 10,000 is equal to p in a bracket 1.5 raised to 5. 1.5 raised to 5. Sahil, I'm not asking for a final amount, my dear. I'm asking for only 1.05 raised to 5. You will get 1.2762815625 bracket over. Let use only first 6 digit. I'm removing the other digits. We are using only first 6 digit. So your calculation become easy. Now, in the next stage, P is equal to 10,000 divided by 1.276281. Final amount is the final amount is okay. Somebody said some 7835.2651, and Dhruvi said 7918.8476. Which one is right? जेनी निशित और यस ध्रुवी? क्यों इतना वेरिएशन आ रहा है इसमें यार? इतना भी वो नहीं है. ओके, जेनी सेड 6 डिजिट लिया पॉइंट के बाद, ओके। सो वेट नाउ लेट मी डू, मुझे कैलकुलेशन करने तो क्या कर रहा है मेरा कैलकुलेशन। मैंने 6 डिजिट लिए हैं, तो 6 डिजिट में यहाँ पे भी यूज़ कर रहा हूँ कैलकुलेशन में 1.276281। ओके, मैंने सिर्फ 6 डिजिट लिए हैं, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट कैलकुलेशन आई विल गेट 7835.2651। अगर किसी ने पूरे डिजिट लिए होंगे तो इट मे बी सम डिफरेंट अमाउंट। अगर किसी ने 2 डिजिट लिए तो उसका आंसर भी थोड़ा चेंज होगा। आई एम राइट? If you use all the full digit, your answer must be higher, or must be lower. If you use only first 2 digit or 3 digit, your answer must be higher. But generally we use a 6 digit, okay, for the calculation. Okay. So if this type of practical question will there in your examinations, are you able to do? Yes. So up to this, any doubt, any query, any question? All clear? Okay. With this, our first method, future value of single amount, is over. In the next class, we'll go for some more surprise. I have some 2 more surprise for you. Okay. And then after we go for a more practical question. But before closing and ending this session, just 1 minute. I have one question for you. Okay. Generally, you see the brokers, agent, and the life insurance salesmen are saying that if you invest uh, 20,000 rupees in our company, okay, we will double this amount within the next 15 years. तो क्या आपको कहते हैं कि आप भी 20,000 हमारी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करो, हमारी स्कीम में इन्वेस्ट करो, we will give you a double amount after 15 years. So do you know that, or do you have any idea how they are calculating that period, that how they are quickly calculating that 15 years are required to double the amount? Do you have any idea? If yes, then keep it up with you. In the next class, we will start with this. If no, then you have 24 hours to find the answer. You may ask any agent or any broker for the same, that how you are calculating these figures. Okay. Now write your enrollment numbers for attendance purpose. Only enrollment number, all my dear. You are writing your division and numbers, then might be possible that my system will not accept and you are considered as absent in a class. In spite of you